The moment Ducati announced the Desmo450 MX, the motocross world stopped and paid attention. This isn't just another brand stepping into dirt racing. This is Ducati, a company built on racing DNA, precision engineering, and innovation, entering motocross with something no one else has ever dared to bring to the starting gate. The 2026 Ducati Desmo450 MX isn't just new. It's disruptive, it's bold, and it might completely rewrite what a modern motocross bike is supposed to be. From the very first glance, the Desmo450 MX looks unmistakably Ducati. Sharp lines, aggressive stance, and a factory race presence that feels straight out of a world championship paddock. But the real story begins long before the bodywork. This bike was designed with one clear goal in mind: to win races. Not to experiment, not to follow trends, but to dominate. And Ducati didn't take the safe route to get there. At the heart of this machine is a 449.6cc liquid-cooled, 4-stroke single-cylinder engine. But what makes it truly special is something no other motocross bike on the planet uses: desmodromic valve timing. This is classic Ducati technology, borrowed directly from their MotoGP and Superbike heritage, now adapted for the brutal world of motocross. Instead of relying on traditional valve springs, the Desmo system mechanically opens and closes the valves, allowing the engine to rev higher, breathe better, and maintain precise valve control even under extreme conditions. The result is an engine that feels alive from the moment you crack the throttle. Reviewers describe the power delivery as incredibly free-revving, almost electric in how smoothly it builds speed. With a claimed 63.5 horsepower at 9,400 RPM and torque figures sitting at 39.5 pound-feet at 7,500 RPM, this engine doesn't just compete with the best in the 450 class, it pushes past them. What really sets it apart is how wide and linear the power band feels. Instead of an aggressive hit that forces constant shifting, the Desmo450 MX lets riders hold gears longer, carry momentum through corners, and focus more on line choice than gear selection. And then there's the rev ceiling. With a limiter set at an astonishing 11,900 RPM, this engine thrives where others start to fall apart. Riders say it rewards confidence, encouraging you to push deeper into the rev range without feeling stressed or unstable. It's not just fast, it's usable fast, which is exactly what matters when the gate drops. But raw power alone doesn't win races. Ducati knew the chassis had to be just as advanced as the engine. That's why the Desmo450 MX uses an aluminum perimeter frame made up of just 11 elements. That might sound like a small detail, but in motocross, fewer components mean fewer welds, less weight, and more consistent flex characteristics. The goal was to strike the perfect balance between rigidity and feel, and early feedback suggests Ducati got very close to that ideal. On the track, the bike feels planted at speed. High-speed stability is one of its strongest traits, especially on rough straights and fast outdoor circuits. Some riders mention that at first, the bike feels slightly tall and long, particularly for those coming from more compact Japanese designs. But once leaned into a corner, the chassis comes alive. The front end bites hard, the rear tracks predictably, and the bike settles into ruts with confidence. It's the kind of handling that rewards commitment and precision, rather than hesitation. Suspension duties are handled by fully adjustable Showa components, with a 49mm closed cartridge coil spring fork offering over 12 inches of travel up front, and a matching Showa rear shock delivering nearly 12 inches at the back. Out of the box, the suspension setup is clearly designed as a solid baseline rather than a one-size-fits-all solution. Some riders note that the initial valving feels a bit soft, especially under hard landings or aggressive braking bumps. But that softness also translates into excellent traction and comfort, making the bike easier to ride for longer motos. With proper tuning, there's no doubt this suspension can be dialed to suit everything from amateur racers to factory-level pros. Braking is another area where Ducati refused to compromise. The Desmo450 MX comes equipped with a full Brembo braking system, featuring a 260mm front disc and a 240mm rear disc. The braking performance is widely praised, with riders highlighting the strong initial bite and excellent modulation. In motocross, braking confidence can make or break lap times, and the Brembos deliver a level of control that feels more superbike than dirt bike. Whether scrubbing speed into tight corners or controlling the bike on steep downhills, the braking system inspires trust. Where the Desmo450 MX truly separates itself from the competition is in electronics. Motocross bikes have traditionally kept electronics simple, but Ducati brought their full technological arsenal into the dirt. The bike features Ducati traction control, power launch, up-only quick shift, engine brake control, and multiple configurable riding modes. What makes this even more impressive is how accessible it all is. Through the Ducati X-Link app, riders can fine-tune settings directly from their smartphone, adjusting power delivery, traction intervention, and engine braking to suit track conditions or personal preference. The traction control system, in particular, stands out. Rather than feeling intrusive, it works subtly in the background, helping maintain grip without killing momentum. Riders say it's especially useful on slick tracks or hard-packed surfaces where traction is unpredictable. The Power Launch feature is another race-focused addition, designed to deliver consistent, explosive starts without overwhelming the rear tire. Combined with the quick shifter, which allows clutch-less upshifts under load, the bike feels incredibly modern and race-ready. Despite all this technology and performance, Ducati managed to keep weight under control. The claimed wet weight, without fuel, comes in at 231 pounds. That puts it right in the mix with the top contenders in the 450 class, and on track, the bike feels lighter than the numbers suggest. The centralized mass and balanced geometry make it easy to maneuver, especially once the rider adapts to its proportions. One of the most surprising aspects of the Desmo450 MX is maintenance. High-performance motocross bikes are notorious for demanding frequent service, but Ducati set a new benchmark here. Piston replacement and valve clearance checks are recommended at 45 hours, which is impressive given the engine's high-revving nature and advanced design. This shows that Ducati wasn't just chasing peak performance, but long-term reliability as well. For racers and serious riders alike, that translates into more time riding and less time wrenching. In the United States, the Desmo450 MX carries an MSRP of $11,495, positioning it at the premium end of the motocross market. But considering the level of engineering, electronics, and build quality, many see it as justified. This isn't a bike built to compete on price. It's built to compete on performance, innovation, and prestige. As of mid-2025, it's available through select dealerships, reinforcing its exclusive, race-focused identity. What Ducati has done with the Desmo450 MX is more than just entering motocross. They've challenged the entire category. They've proven that advanced engine technology, sophisticated electronics, and meticulous design don't have to stay confined to road racing. This bike feels like a statement, a declaration that Ducati intends to be a serious force in off-road racing for years to come. For riders, the Desmo450 MX offers something rare. It feels different, not better in every single way for every rider, but undeniably unique. It rewards aggressive riding, precision, and confidence. It offers customization options that allow riders to truly tailor the bike to their style. And it carries the unmistakable character of a brand that refuses to do things the conventional way. In a world where many motocross bikes feel increasingly similar, the 2026 Ducati Desmo450 MX stands apart. It sounds different, rides different, and represents a new direction for the sport. Whether it becomes a dominant race winner or a cult classic, one thing is certain. Ducati didn't come to motocross to blend in. They came to make noise, kick up dirt, and leave a lasting mark on the track. And if this is just the beginning, the future of motocross just got a whole lot more interesting.